Oh, all right. Thank you for listening to or watching the Upland Down Under podcast. Tonight's show is recording live on Wednesday, the 28th of August at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Move this forward a day at the very last minute because wife and daughter will be getting on the airplane back from Japan in about 2 hours or so. So, yes, tomorrow when they land, I won't be looking to get a show ready and record a show. So we're moving forward to tonight. So on tonight's show, we're going to catch up on the Upland market and Sparklet floors. We'll check in on Totems Cycle 2, gamified earnings, and the Sizzle Season Pass cosmetics. Swarley gets a dose of iOS whitescreen mania. And we've had another Sparklet airdrop. The main topic for tonight's show is woohoo or meh. A new São Paulo expansion has been announced. We'll take a look at what's on offer and see if there's any meat left to go with the Mantiqueira Mountains of potatoes that are piling up over there. We've also got QIPS on Sparklet construction hours, supporting neighbourhood communities, Sparklet airdrops, burning NFLPA Legits, and car travel. We'll take a look at another Upland community member spotlight, courtesy of the Dynamic No Builders team. And tonight we will also be giving away at least 65,000 UPX, 3 map assets, which will take the 2024 giveaway tally to at least 2 million UPX, 99 map assets, 3 vehicles, and 5 properties. All that and more on this, the Upland Down Under podcast. I was just thinking that's 2 million before fees, so it'd be quite a bit more than that after fees. Anyhow, is what it is. Show sponsor, again, is the show is proudly brought to you by sponsor Nextworld, a new multi-layer platform which is on a mission to bring a host of vibrant new worlds to the Upland Metaverse. Have you checked it out yet? If so, what did you think? Let us know in the comments. If not, why not? Nextworld will usher in a new age of utility for map assets, properties, and structures, as well as many other Upland mechanics. It will be a new world to build on and explore, and while it will offer its own mysteries and adventures, it will be a place to mine resources for use in other layers, worlds, and games. Get early access with a whitelist statue to start building early before it's open to the public. These are currently available at the Ace Collectibles, Volga Map Assets, Quailwood Assets, and Eclectic Collections Metaventures. And if I flip over to the next slide, I believe this is the Quailwood one. So for sale, yeah, Bakersfield, that's the Quailwood one for sure. There's a whole range of prices there for those different ones, so get on over and check those out. As I said, also available at Ace Collectibles, Volga Map Assets, and Eclectic Collections. Keep your eyes and ears out later in the show when we'll outline how you can go in the running to win one of the final lot of Nextworld Marmor statues that we've been allocated to give away, which will form a key component of your future journey into Nextworld. Make sure you give Nextworld a follow on X at Upland Nextworld and join their Discord so you can stay up to speed with everything going on in this world and the next world. All sponsor links are, of course, in the description. If you're wondering how you can take part in the live streaming of this podcast, I usually drop the StreamYard link to the live stream in the NBA server Thursday nights at about 6:45 p.m. AEST. And you can, of course, also just keep your eyes out on the associated YouTube feeds. I tried to announce here, there, and everywhere that I could that we were moving forward today. So hopefully you got the message. Hopefully you don't sit down tomorrow night with your cup of tea or whatever the hell you've got and get ready for the show because you missed. So move on. Why am I still on? No, we're on the right table. All right, let's have a look at the markets. Now, I slammed this together, so I haven't had a look at this at all, so which will be the theme for this show. What do we got? Sparklet trading price. Ooh, we dropped down 6.7%, was 6 cents and change, now 0.05, so just under, not a big one there. Most interesting to me, considering that everything that we've got going on, we've at the tail end of the gamified earnings. We've got the Totems thing going on. We've got all these airdrops going on, and yet the unique active wallets still slip sliding away down another 3%. Was 48,000 and change last week, now just under 47,000. Interestingly enough, though, total unminted properties, despite that little mini release, I guess it was only 600 and something properties, and not a lot to do there, but we still had 2,166 properties gobbled up on the mintings through the week, and total properties for sale in USD has jumped up 148, now 92,790. And I had some very good USD sales come through, including one sort of deal that I worked out. There was a bit of drama associated with that, but I managed to pull out another 750 Australian USD this morning, which helps out very much. I can tell you that right now. Right, floor markup percentages. I'm not going to dive into this in too much details. Cleveland now 22%. Las Vegas also 22%. London 25. Where's the big ones? So what's San Francisco? San Francisco 55%. But the UPX holding strong 138%. Tokyo 26%. Washington 27%. Wow. Yep. What are the actual prices doing? Any newbies on the $3 floors? No, all the same. Las Vegas has jumped off the $3 floor, was $3 last week. Now up, what is it, 16%, just under $3.50. No, that's the same. Same. Porto has dropped back to the $3 floor, was $3.50 last week, back to $3. St. Denis, $3.41 last week, down 12%, now $3. And then a bit all over the place. Any big double digits? Stockton up 15.8% on the UPX, was 3,799 last week, now just under 4,400. Miami up on both the UPX and the USD, 14,789 UPX last week, now just what? That's gone. Oh yeah, no, that's up. 17,490 this week, was 450, now 460. Not a lot happening there. London up on the UPX. That's quite a jump. Was 15,990 last week, up 15.1% to now 18,399. And Bermuda also a big jump there on the UPX. Was just under 14,000, now up over 20% to 16,900. Everything else is a lot of zeros there. Flat, flat, flat. On the flip side, what do we got? Paris has dropped 15%. Was 650, now 550. And then, oh, look at that one. Rutherford, massive jump on the USD, was $12 last week, up almost 50%, now just under $18. Somebody's been gobbling those up. Good on you. I haven't been doing any sort of marketing stuff. I did play around in DTEC land. I gobbled up a few of those for UPX. I was sitting on them for a while, but then the USD out rate was pretty good, so I cashed out a bunch of those. As I keep saying, daddy got bills to pay. Let's have a look at the actual Sparklet price. What does the chart look like? I don't do much analysis or anything like that. I just like scrolling out and see where we're at. Pretty flat. Jumping up and down there. If I was a betting man, I would be betting we're going to go down. That would be my bet. Or maybe I'll look at the daily and scrolling on that. Pretty hard to see anything on that. Only here. All right. For our live participants, the hashtag this week is stunning. Hashtag stunning. That'll make more sense a bit later on. So if you're listening on the YouTubes, drop that in the comments. And if you are in the StreamYard chat, make sure you get over and drop that in the YouTube comments. Stunning. All right. Let me get it out of there. Sorry, I missed out on all these chat messages. Hard to keep up on what's going on. Who is the title? Yes. Hello, hello. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Yes. All right. We got a few of those in there. Good-o, good-o. All right. So what shall we unpack? Let's have a look at what's going on with Totems Cycle 2. How's yours going? I started off with 2,422 of the old Proteus, and despite my 3 totems being quite neglected and languishing in the 70 to 80% spend score range, I'm already up to 2,431 Protems, so I will be in the green from about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then all of that will be bonus. However, as I kind of hinted to last week, I'm not hanging on to these things. That's I'm kind of over it. It's not fun. Why is it not fun? Is it because I don't like totems and I don't like any of that or the Protem or anything like that? No, I don't actually mind the kind of all of the system. It's just predominantly due to the fact that it just does not work on iOS mobile. Just doesn't work. White screen crashes beyond belief. So I have to actually, I go into my assets. This is not on here when I do it on my phone. I click on this. Where is it? I go to assets. I scroll over on the little bloody screen. I click on map assets, and then I got to scroll down through almost 3,000 of these bloody things. I go all the way to the bottom, and then I navigate it through there, and then I do that 3 times in a row. Yeah, it ain't fun. So one of the other kind of annoying things that I found, I think I mentioned this, might have been last week or the week before. I think they need to flesh out the game mechanics of it. Like I put in 60 Protem and I press spend, and it just goes, yeah, you fed your bloody Protem or whatever the hell it says. If I put in 50, it says the same thing. The range between where you get a hint, it just seems way too massive. I'd like to see a wider range of notifications for what you get. Hey, you fed this a little bit too late, and you probably fed it too much or not enough or something. That would make it so much more engaging. Yes, there's lots of good tools like what Buellerman has at My Upland Info. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, something like that. And Shaq and a bunch of other people put out these charts and whatnot, so you can kind of dial it in from there. I always forget about that, and then it's the last thing. I'm in a rush, or I'm sitting on the toilet doing a poo trying to feed these bloody things. I'm not going to go and look that up, so I just bung in some number. It'd be great if it was more engaging within the UI. And that's, of course, on top of if the UI can even work on mobile, which it just flat out doesn't. So that's my 2 cents on it. What's Swarley said? Swarley's down about 2,000 Protom. I should say Swarley's out and about too. He's gallivanting around the countryside doing road trips and stuff, so that's why he's in chat today. Laban started with 2,700, now 3,400. Nice. Mr. Breck TV, hello. Got 1 totem, but doubled up on him first cycle, already in the green second cycle. Nicely done. And Hu Yang in the StreamYard chat, one of the totems scores 29.4. 29.4 score, and it is still alive. Barely alive. Yeah, like I said, I think mine, what does that say there? 70%? 80. Well, that's my good one. I think one of the poor buggers. It's one of these other ones. I think he's low 70s. I haven't missed a feed, but I have been very late in a couple of feeds, and then, as I said, some of them have been all over the place. I know he's 80, maybe I was on time this morning and it turned it around. Going to make a liar of me. I'm sure one of them was 70. Maybe I did a good job this morning. There we go. No, 77.7. Yeah. So, yes, not exactly super fun. So I'll definitely be offloading those. All right. Other news, of course, Sizzle Season gamified earnings. I believe you've got 2 more weeks to go. 2 more weeks left to complete tasks. Now, there was some issue. Lisette put a post out this morning. The team is investigating issues with the gamified earnings leaderboard not displaying accurately. We will keep you all updated as we know more. Rest assured, we will ensure the leaderboard is accurate before the snapshot on Friday, August 30th. People were waiting up to 10 days or something for some of the racing ones. Yeah, that whole thing's just crazy. Get rid of these bloody leaderboards. Make it engaging. Make it in-game. Make it bloody simplified bloody text box little thing that ticks off or something. I'm going to get the 25. I'll get that one. 3 public races. No, I've given up on that. Referral bonus, no. Bridging Sparklet, no. And then I think we already went over this. Airdrop, yes. Track Hero, no. Tried that, gave up. Sizzle Ornament, I should get that. So what have we got? Another 2, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, the Spark Airdrop. It is what it is. I've kind of moved on from the whole thing. So here we go. Everyone should already aim to have this already done. Yeah, they should, but obviously a lot of people haven't because the bloody, what is it? The unique active wallets is down too. Hey, Lily's in. I'll bung you in there too, Lil. So yes, hopefully you got yours under control so you can get your earnings for next month. And of course, yeah, it does boost your Sparklet airdrop a little bit. As far as the numbers go, nobody knows. It's all a wait and see on that one. And of course, the other kind of thing that came through, I wasn't touching on this, but I did buy the pass this week. And I was actually pretty stoked with the one this morning. I think this is probably, at least for me, the best season ever. Didn't really care about the axes. next one, I believe. Yeah, Nightfang Dragon Scale. I like the look of that one. I put that one on straight away. It looks pretty good with the fire. I like it anyway. So I'm definitely considering that it was my, what is that, $10 Australian almost by the time the conversion goes. Money well spent? Probably not, but, I can't say I didn't get what I wanted. Go back and check the other ones out. Was that black one. And then Sea Fang Dragon Skull. Yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. Would have preferred a fiery one, but who knows? Maybe next week. Maybe. And what else have we got as far as general news? Yes, I said at the start of the show, Swarley is out and about, but he's got a bit of a dose of iOS today. I didn't really check with him if this was okay, but I'm sure he'll be fine. I'll just kind of gloss over it. I'm not going to put him on full blast. Let me see if I can find the stupid image I got for it. Yes, so I pictured this was Swarley Man. He's on a road trip. He pulled over to do some stuff, and he thought, you know what, I'm going to do a bit of uplanding on my iPhone. And his reply was basically, or the DM he sent me was basically, I got no idea how you play this. He was trying to do a few things, and it was just crashed and burning, and so it's not just chatting. And then he said a bunch of other words that I won't repeat as well. So I can say what my reply was. I said, you got a glimpse into what the main foundations of my pessimism are. If they, meaning Upland, don't put significant time and resources into fixing this ASAP, in my opinion, that's a massive red flag for any sort of long-term viability. It's no secret, I've been talking about this for ages, that I'm kind of aggressively downsizing my account, withdrawing USD out of the system kind of as fast as possible to reduce my risk exposure, whatever you want to call it. I'll continue to do that until I see some evidence that the many issues that we've been raising on this show and many other shows are being taken seriously. For me personally, as I said, the number one of those being the just rampant instability on the iOS app. For me, as an iOS only player, pretty much, that's extremely concerning. So I want them to turn around. I hope they can turn it around. I have faith that they can turn it around if they put the time, the energy, the resources into it, because it's not something that's just going to magically fix itself. It's going to take a lot of time, no doubt a lot of money, and probably a lot of updates and tweaking and whatnot, but it has to be done. It's only going to get worse. If it doesn't get addressed, that's very troublesome, very worrisome for me personally. But I'm just a dickhead playing a game on my phone, so don't take my advice or whatever as game strategy or whatever. That's just what I'm personally doing. Now, that wasn't the only bit of controversy that was about. Now, I don't know how common it was, but we had the second load of airdrops come through. Of course, there was a bit of a delay that happened with that. We all started to get the emails that came out. What did I get? I get congratulations on reaching level 6, I believe, 2,667 Sparklet tokens. That's better than a poke in the eye with a burnt stick. So, in the old money, that's 2.6, almost 2.7 Spark. At the current exchange rate, I think that's a bit over $100 worth. So for the little bit of kind of half-assed attention I did on the X campaign, I'm pretty happy with that. For Chapter 3, if that's an indication of where we're going for Chapter 3, yep, I'll definitely do as much as I can, at least with my little X account, to help spread the word and whatnot. I did see a few people get level 7. That was quite a significant bump up at level 7, as level 5 and below was quite a significant drop off. So yeah, it does show that it is worth it not to miss any and do the max that you can. I definitely should have reached level 7 if I had have done everything that was available to do. How did everybody else go in chat? Swarley got 83 Sparklet. 83. Wow. Jimmy Jester got 0. Yeah, I know. I kind of half-assed it. Swarley barely touched it. I know a lot of people just skipped it out altogether. Mr. Brick TV got 1,100 and change. Picasso, there you go, Uplander. You must have got the level 7, 5,333. That is significant. That's a good chunk. You're talking couple of $100 there. Lily in StreamYard, I got level 6 too. Hugh Yang got about 1,700. Yeah, so Laban 2,667. Yep, same as me. So I think everybody was pretty cool with that. However, did you see the controversy that was kicking around? I didn't dig into this too deeply because I wasn't sure if it was legit. Somebody was saying that it was in Upland General. It was going backwards and forwards a while. I didn't see it confirmed or negated in any way, but maybe somebody in chat can confirm or deny. Somebody was saying that as part of that airdrop, sandbox players got 40,000 Sparklet airdrop to them. That seems bonkers. Yeah, I don't know if there's any truth to that rumor. If there is, that's quite hefty. You're talking about $2,280 worth at current market rates. Or if you want to talk old money, Spark money, that's about 18 grand's worth. So I don't know. Did anybody catch that? Yeah, Lily said, no, that can't be right. I didn't think so either. I saw Banana was talking about it, but he was talking about it kind of like I am, where he heard somebody saying it, but it wasn't confirmed. Swarley says he's a sandbox player, but didn't get anything. So yeah, I mean, take that with a grain of salt. That it seems bonkers. I tried to do a search and I couldn't find anything.
I could find anything too. 30,000 Sparklet 6 days ago. So from it's gone to the bridge. There are no transactions in the 40,000s.
Good. Okay. So it's probably somebody's got their wires crossed or something. They've got that figure from somewhere, but it was all over Upland General one evening. Yes, that's good. No doubt there is some kind of airdrop coming for sandbox players though. So yeah, I would be flabbergasted if it's 40,000. That would be bonkers, I would think. All right, we're going to race through tonight. Main topic for the show I had as woohoo or meh, the Sao Paulo expansion. I have not looked into this for 1 second. I had Billaman was asking me if I was going to stay up tonight or get up and check it out. It was not on my radar at all. So much so that I finished up the thumbnail for the show tonight, and then I was about to send it all out, and then I realised, it's not Rio, it's Sao Paulo. So I had to do the whole bloody thing all over again. So Sao Paulo, I don't know. Let's check it out. I haven't looked at this one bit. So Billaman was hinting via Green Turtle that there was something in there that might be worth checking out. So let's see what we got here. Sao Paulo expansion. Explore the thrilling new neighborhoods. Sao Paulo expands. We're thrilled to announce the next major expansion. Yes. Thursday, so Friday, our time, stupid AM. Introduce 4 new vibrant neighborhoods. Bella Vista. Whoa, how do you say that? Consolasco, Jardum, Paulista, and Moema. The expansion will be a vanilla release, meaning collections will be revealed only after all properties are fully minted out. However, what were you saying, Billaman, that
if you take a look at the exclusive street collections, Rua de irgendwas, I don't know how to spell it right. These exclusive collections these streets stretch through the new neighborhoods. So maybe we have existing collections that will get new properties, or these streets get a new ID, and you say, "Hey, it's another street, only the same name."
Could be.
And yes, Wally, it's tomorrow night because I'm the rescheduling of this podcast. Normally it is after this podcast, but we are a day ahead, so it's tomorrow night.
Do you remember what it was called? Which one? Rua Oscar Freire?
I only checked myself just the first 2, Oscar Freire and Brigadeiro Luis Antonio. These 2 streets start in the existing neighborhoods and then go through the places where the new should
interesting
should get. The launchpad properties are already there. I think there's one is in the.
Didn't even know I had something. Is that it, or did I just click on the wrong bloody thing? I think I clicked on the wrong bloody
property which is not possible for the collection.
Yeah. Being a dumbass. Oh, come on, Upland. Let's have a look here. Was it this one I did? Maybe it was. Yeah, I got to go other properties, and then I should be able to click that, and then that'll take me there, and I can click off. Yes.
Yeah, and then you have this street moving down, 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 and then there's this double street, and after this, there's the new area for the new neighborhood. And these streets are long, so I think in a normal release, these wouldn't be exclusive ones.
Yeah, all the way down.
Yeah, and the other street is crossing, I think, a bit more south, and it's even longer than this Oscar Freire thing.
Interesting. So they're kind of filling in this gap. All right. So, well, that definitely might be worth checking out. It's not confirmed though, of course. Each Thursday, yeah, we know that. Blah blah blah. All collections will be revealed. Harvest season, okay. São Paulo expansion, 22,000 properties, lots of properties, 4 hoods. Low price 1,464. High 690,000. Only 203 properties above 100k. Average 16,000 and change. 20% FSA expansion map. Yeah, so they're filling in that gap. That might be a nice area around the park. Sugarloaf Mountain. For this expansion, we're unveiling 4 dynamic neighborhoods. Yep, okay. Launchpad properties. Upland Bureau is minting 3 launchpad properties where players can position. There's plenty of properties around the edges, though.
One is in this Jardim Paulista in the center.
Yeah. Just thinking, I don't have any properties. Oh, yeah, I got one up the top there. I've got properties up here. Ooh, where am I going? I got properties up here. Any other carrots in there? NFT Brazil in Upland. What's this? In celebration of this expansion, we're thrilled to partner with NFT Brazil, a leading event in the Web3 space, happening at the iconic Rarara. Upland will be making a significant presence at the conference with an exclusive gameplay activation demonstration, how creators can use Sparklet to build Upland. I hope they're not using an iOS device. Don't do that. That would be bad. Stay tuned for more details. Okay, get ready. This is the kind of stuff that I really am losing interest in rapidly. I don't really care about new partnerships. I don't really care about more crap to sell, anything like that. I just want the base foundations of the game to work. Get that sorted out, and then we can do all this other stuff. Because as I kind of talked about last week or the week before, it's all well and good to do these kind of showcase events, but if you're going to get a couple of hundred people, or who knows, a couple of thousand people to download the iOS app, at least a significant percentage of them will. They'll see this and they'll think, okay, it's on my iPhone. I'll go check it out. But then it doesn't bloody work. They're not going to stick around. They're just going to delete it and move on.
Yeah, and it's not a partnership if you just present. I think we talked about it in one of the last shows.
Yeah.
Partnership is nothing to just say we are partners. There has to follow something from it, not just, hey, we partnered up, point. That's it.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. We've been saying that for the very longest time with FIFA and all the rest of it. It's all well and good to have these things, but it has to go 2 ways. But then again, the Upland community needs to support these things too. I know we've had like the Matilda, and we've had this, that, and the other, and the interest from the Upland community seems to tail off fairly quickly with those. But again, there has to be a significant percentage of that that's related to it. Just don't work on the iOS. If I try and do something in one of these cafes or one of these events, if you can even get into potato mode, it's always the cart before the horse. We need to get the ducks in a row, or however you want to say it. The base foundations of the app must be stable. That's kind of where my concerns, frustrations brewing from. Yeah, let's get that all sorted out. But I don't know. Maybe this is a massive thing in Brazil news. Maybe check out one of Mercedes live streams. I'm sure you'll be talking about it if it is. But yes, will I be getting up to take part in this? No. Friday is a day off here on the Gold Coast for the Gold Coast show, so no doubt I will be staying up late with Maya and Kira, although they'll probably be dead tired actually after their flight. So I don't know. Who knows? If I get up, I'll definitely check it out anyway. Not that I have a big balance. I think, what have I got? 261,000. I'm going to give away probably 85, 90,000 of that tonight. So I don't know. Not saying no. There's definitely nothing in there that makes me go wow. But as for the hashtag stunning, if you're in the live participants, that's what it is there. Stunning São Paulo. I work with about a dozen Brazilians, and I don't think I've ever heard of them refer to much of their homeland as stunning unless you get out and about away from the cities and whatnot. I hear some horrendous horror stories, actually, truth be told. California Trading Co., hard pass on Sao Paulo. Mr. Brick TV says, I feel for you guys. I don't have these issues on a Samsung. Yeah, we know. Half your luck. All right. So, yes, all the best to you if you are going to check it out. And, yeah, maybe if you're after collections, you like minting collections, maybe go and check those ones out because you might just be able to snag yourself one that is a bit of a sneaky peeky before they do the collection reveals. Right, let me get out of there and we'll go back to here. A little bit of Midtown Terrace news, not a lot. Don't forget that if you become a resident in Midtown Terrace, it includes entry into monthly prize draws with a minimum of 100,000 UPX and lots of other bonuses. There's still time to get involved for this month. Plenty of options available on the secondary markets, of course. The snapshot will be taken over the weekend and prizes will be drawn in next week's show. A few people have hit me up through the week to say, yes, I'm now a resident, so good on you. Thanks for getting involved. If you have any ideas for what you'd like to see done or prizes to give away, maybe you're somebody who's got on board and you're a MetaVenture owner and you'd like to give away some prizes. As you know, I don't mind giving away my own stuff, but I really love giving away other people's stuff. So check that one out. And speaking of giveaways, I've cleaned out the QIPS this evening. As it was just going to be mostly me gas bagging away. I've cleaned them all out. So if you want to get yourself some very easy to get UPX, there is a link to the Google form in the description. If you have a question, insight, provocation, or statement that we can cover on the show, pretty easy to do. You click the link, put it in, and just make sure you add your in-game name and you win yourself some kind of prize. We've got a bunch to go through tonight. First up, we've got a suggestion from Angry Ursia, who says, I think the Sparklet construction hours aren't likely to change anytime soon. I suspect that they want to see more constructions before making it take longer. I would expect rebalances to follow some formula based on Sparklet in Upland, players utilising it, percent of all cities built or average percentages built. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Just to go back, Swarley says, can't be a resident of 84 nodes. Yeah, that's the hard thing. Yeah, I get it. That's pretty hard to do. 69 is the limit. 68 should be the limit. Come on, Mao. Come on, you should know that. All right, so Angry, what have you said? Sparklet construction hours aren't likely to change anytime soon. Yeah, I don't think so until they get these first round of airdrops out of the road. It might not even be until those X campaign chapters are all run and done as well. I mean, we're rapidly approaching the end of the year too. So, yeah, it may well be a thing that's going to be a new year situation. Who knows? Or it could be next week. We just don't know. I suspect that they want to see more constructions before making it take longer. More constructions means greater instability of the iOS app. I'm going to keep banging on about it because it's horrendous. So that would be a blessing and a curse. That's not going to work out long term unless, as I keep banging on about, they got to put the time, the love, the energy, the money in to fix it. Rebalances follow some formula. You can guarantee it'll be a secret formula that nobody knows about and that we won't be told. And based on a percentage of all cities. Yeah, we've kind of talked about that previously. It's a tricky situation where once the rebalancing comes in, they can't leave it static because the Sparklet price is going to go to the moon, or who knows? Red knives all over the place. It's going to jump around. We've kind of speculated before, how often are they going to look to rebalance it? I imagine once they do the first rebalancing, it won't be happening for a while. Who knows? Mr. Brick TV has a feeling UpX earnings down the road will depend on having structures. Yeah, well, that kind of led into that with the gamified earnings, where you had to have your structure ornament on a collection property and things like that. So yeah, I would not be at all surprised to see that. That's one of the reasons why I have started to go back. I think I might have been talking about that with Laban on the weekend, the chat I had with him, where I have started to go back and build on a lot of the collection properties that I am committed to, holding on to long term, things that I'm not looking to flip, just putting a building on them. And that's largely the reason, just to think of that. And it'd be, I mean, we've talked about this too. That's one of the easiest ways to gamify this whole situation. That's Upland, since its inception, has been monopoly on the blockchain. Well, what do you do in monopoly? You buy a property, you do what you can to put some houses on it, you get 4 houses, you upgrade it to a hotel, and what happens all along that way? Your earnings increase. So yeah, there should be some kind of financial incentive for having a structure on your property. If you have a structure ornament on top of that, it should be another little boost to it. If you have X amount of bloody map assets on your land, that should add more. There's just so many ways that whole thing could be gamified more. And yet, it's crickets for days. Swarley says, I have 280 builds all on collection properties. Nicely done, mate. Nicely done. Currently under construction as well. Yes, that's definitely a goal, something to work towards. Next up, we've got what I wrote down as a plea from Laban, who says, so, neighbourhoods and residents, if you listen, Upland, what about giving that some love? Perk it up. Example, remove the fees of UpX transfers between 2 players if they share neighbourhoods. Well, wouldn't that be good? Communities like this one with Ben, meaning Midtown Terrace, transfer a great amount of UpX between players. Would be great to do that without any fees of the user, or if the user is a resident in Midtown Terrace. Provide some voting mechanics inside a node neighbourhood. Showrooms could have a special price if you are a resident in XYZ. Yeah, it could be like an automatically applied discount or something, discount code or something. Yep, absolutely. I mean, again, it goes back to going back and putting some love, care, attention into some of the old, forgotten, dusty things. Neighbourhood governance was supposed to be a thing where communities got to decide, okay, no, you can't put bloody buildings sideways in this neighbourhood. They have to be at a certain angle. They have to be a certain type. They have to be a certain colour. There's so many ways that could be done. They talked about doing it. There's of course, the neighbourhood collections upgrades, which we haven't seen any love for that at all. Go and have a look at when the last post on that was updated. You'll get a bit of a shock. And then, of course, there's the node versus node, whole neighbourhood things. What are we? It's probably coming up on 2 years since that. We've been waiting for that. So what else could they do? Well, the sky's the limit. But probably a good start would be to go through the feedback. No, I wouldn't doubt for a second that there's probably dozens of ways that have been suggested in there as feedback for ways that neighbourhoods could be, perked up, given a bit more love, as Laban put it. I don't know. Anybody else in chat? Any other ways that you think that neighbourhoods and residents of neighbourhoods, different perks? Mr. Brick TV set up a private neighbourhood bank. We used to have a UDU bank back in the day, and a scroll kind of banky thing. Lily says in chat, X1 jokingly put forward, what if derelict buildings were placed on absent player plots? That'd be nice, but it's going to make the iOS crash even harder. But yeah, a bit of fun. I'd love to be able to do that in Midtown Terrace if you could put squatters could maybe move in, rent it out to some squatters. Who knows? Again, there's a billion ways that every tiny thing like this could be gamified up the wazoo, make it all way more fun to play. But what do you know? We've got new partnerships and things that nobody's heard of. All right, so I don't know if you're listening on the back end and you got any ideas, make sure you drop a drop a suggestion in the YouTube comments, or of course you can always do that in the NBA server. Tag me on X, something like that. Tag Levan in too, because it was his idea. Next up, we've got, I think, is some clarification sought from Jacob for Jesus. He said, I hear everyone talking about how only people who purchase Spark got airdrops, but I'm very confused because I got one and I've never purchased any. I had 2,200 the day of the drop and received 800 for a total of 3,000. I know that probably just adds to the mess, but for the sake of the data sleuths, I thought I should put it out there. I believe that was quite an old one, so that extra drop wouldn't have been from the other stuff that just came through, because like I said, I went through and cleaned up the ones that have been sitting there for a while, so maybe it'd be weird if you purchased some and you didn't realise. Purchased. I don't know on that one. He says he didn't purchase any. It doesn't seem like he bridged any over and then received 800. I don't know. Anybody else mysteriously got some Spark? I haven't. Swarley. Swarley says, I get the feeling we need to start asking for what we don't want so Upland can ignore that. That's one of the tactics I use in my job with the 4 and 5 year olds every day. I tell them what I don't want them to do, and that's exactly what they go and do. So interesting. And yes, purchased is a dirty word. So yeah, I'm not sure, Jacob for Jesus, but I certainly haven't heard of anybody getting some that they weren't expecting to get. Happy days, I suppose. Right, next up is another clarification request from Hot Corner. He says, you mentioned on one of your shows that you could burn NFLPA Legits to fulfill the burn task for the gamified earnings. Can you elaborate more on this? I haven't been able to figure out how to determine for sure if a legit is burnable before I buy one. Thanks. It is pretty damn easy to do, actually. If I pull this up, let's go over to SF. Now, where's Midtown Terrace? I should know where it is. I've been looking at it for 5 years. I think I've got a NFLPA shop here somewhere. Not that one. Not that one. Oh, it's down the bottom here. Which reminds me, I need to switch those out again. Swarley said it was pretty easy to do. No point in them taking up apartment room. Shop now. Let's have a look. Now, if I click on it, oh, it's very slow on my computer. No, I don't want to see that. Yeah, this one's clearly not burnable because it doesn't say burn. From what I understood, is there a way to see it? Maybe there's a way to see it in your assets. Maybe that's easier. I know when I did mine, it was super easy. Maybe I was just lucky enough to get it straight away. That's football. I don't know if you can burn those. I know you can definitely burn the NFLPA ones because that's what I did. Yeah, look at that. Easy as that. So go into your assets, click on NFLPA Legits, and then click burn. It's easy to do. Now, if you go into a store and have a look at a store, it's the same kind of process. You do have to do it manually, I believe, but where is it? Oh, it's from here, isn't it? Yeah, so there you go. Yeah. Click on those 3 lines, and then there's an option there to click burn as well. Maybe I'll just double check that. So you go into some random store, you see what's Ben got for sale. Oh, yeah, I definitely want to buy that for $5.25. Definitely. All right, let me just check, make sure I can burn it. Yep, easy as that. Happy days. So, yeah, go over there and buy all those up for $5. I think that's absolutely bananas that that's the lowest price you can do for USD. Absolutely insane. I don't see how there's any justification to that whatsoever. Anyhow, that's a different rant. I've run on those. You can't burn them if they're for sale. Yeah, you have to. It's just kind of showing how to find it within your own inventory, or if you do go into a store and you want to buy them. Obviously, if you're buying them to burn them, don't buy them for USD. Don't actually go and buy those for $5. Go and buy the ones that are up for 100 UPIX or whatever they are. But yeah, you don't want to waste your money, so make sure you check it out. So pretty easy to do there, Hot Corner. And last but not least, we've got a provocation question from Moinasa. He says, are we taking free car travel for granted? I always assume future car travel may be via staked Spark with Sparklet, 1/1000th of a Spark. Possible car travel may be via burn Spark at some relative cost less than train plane travel. With future burning Sparklet for NFT creation on the cards, other burning utility would help with demand in the market's thoughts. Again, it's one of those long talked about, whispered in the halls of Upland going on years now that, yes, you were going to have to spend Spark or burn Sparklet nowadays to do any car travel. I believe I haven't heard anything to the contrary that that's no longer the case. I think everybody's still expecting that is going to come through. When? Who the hell bloody knows? Probably not anytime soon, but as we keep saying, it's going to come eventually. I wouldn't be surprised to see that maybe in the racing first and foremost, like we've seen the consumables now. You can purchase consumables, buy those for the racing. I would expect that if there's some option to be able to offer things up for sale, like consumables like that for just general car travel, makes sense to me. Again, there's 1,000 different ways you could gamify that. They have sold passenger cars in the past. Maybe you could buy a burnable ticket or something, a token that gives you one travel bloody option. So if you want to go and get in the car with Lily and go for a bloody track over to wherever, you can present her or swap her or something with your bloody token, and then she burns it. Maybe I kind of talked about this last week. It'd be good if we could stake UPX directly on some of our NFTs. That's a very common system. That'd be a perfect example of that. Hand Lily your ticket, send it to her somehow, and then she burns it and then gets the UPX from it. I mean, again, 1,000 different ways that could all be done. Are we taking free car travel for granted? I certainly don't. I generally, if I have to go somewhere, even if it's as far away as Detroit or something that's going to take 9 hours from San Francisco, I just do it before I go to bed, and I wake up and I'm there and I do what I want to do, and then I get back in the car and I send back. There is a bit of a warning with that, however, because you could be in that situation. You could get in your car, maybe exactly like that. I head off from San Francisco and I land in Detroit, and what do you know? They bring in the update, and suddenly you can no longer bring your car back to San Francisco as easily. There may be some other mechanics kick in. That has happened previously where people moved cars when you could kind of go international, and then suddenly yours are stuck there with no way to come back. So who knows? Teleporting phone booths. We do know there's going to be portals for different things, bloody sandbox and whatnot. So it might not be too far-fetched. So yeah, are we taking it for granted? Probably. It's like any of these things. As soon as the paid mechanics come in, you'll be like, oh, damn it, I wish I had done X, Y, Z. A lot of people will be in that boat as far as moving map assets and whatnot. Plenty of people will get their ass burnt with that. It just is what it is, and there's not much you can do. All right, thank you very much for all of that. You've all earned yourself 10,000 UPX after fees. A reminder that if you too would like to earn yourself some easy UPX, then click the link to the QIPS Google form in the description and have your say. Don't forget to include your in-game name. As I said, it's completely wiped out, so pretty easy to get in the mix to get some free UPX in next week's show. Live participants, wheel heads up. Don't forget to drop the hashtag stunning in the comments for the YouTube so you can go in the roll for the prizes and whatnot at the end of the show. Alrighty, Dynamic Node Builders time. In this week's Getting to Know Community Members segment, care of Mesme and other members of the Dynamic Node Builders, they're featuring Freaky Man 51. I did do a naughty sneak peek before at Freaky Man's chart, and my gosh, is it freaky? We'll get to that in a second. Freaky Man is currently an executive with a net worth of just over 2 million UPX, has 140 properties and 96,361 UPX in his pocket. His home residence is in the nowhere neighborhood of Nowhere Land because he doesn't have a home residence set, bucking the trend there. So maybe if you're somebody out there who has or who is making a push for the neighborhood ratings, maybe send Freaky Man 51 a message. You might be able to get him on board. Not sure what that's about. Maybe he doesn't want to do KYC or something. Don't know. He's got 7 structures, 30 block explorers, 0 vehicles, 6 map assets, including 0 totems, and he's also got 0 structure ornaments. So he seems pretty committed to doing whatever he's doing, which maybe some hints there in his chart, as I said. Although, no, if you obviously I can't see if he's KYC'd, but if you're not KYC'd, you can't USD out, can you? So look at this for a freaky chart. Up here, all over the place. Woo, woo. Let me get down there. Oh, I've stuffed the chart up. How do I get back to it? There we go. So, yes, all over the joint. A bit confusing there. Let's just look at number of properties to start with. So he's up, he's down, he's up, he's down. I haven't seen a roller coaster chart like that for quite some time. Straight out the gate. Massive spikes, massive drops. So he goes from 100 properties to 440, down to 180, back up to 440, down again, down to 42, and then kind of languished all over the place, and then a bit of a bump, and then a big drop off again, and he's back up again. Looks like a bloody crypto chart. Very interesting. So we'll get rid of that. Properties net worth, mint net worth, see what's going on there, see if that gives us any clues. Properties net worth massively over the mint net worth. So buying up massively on the secondary or nodes or something going on there, and then gets back together again, separates again. Do we have a flippening? Kind of at the end there, but then still a bit of separation there. I don't know. Very, very busy. Maybe Freaky Man can let us know. Let us know in the comments or something. What are you actually up to? Must have a good plan there somewhere. Up to some kind of thing. The chart of a sniper, Swarley says. Ooh, that's a different perspective. LeBan, you should get him on your show. I'm open to chatting to whoever about anything. He committed to cashing out. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That was my first impressions too, but then I kind of second-guessed myself. If you don't have a home residence, are you really doing that? Maybe you are. Cashing out, though, with the property's net worth so massively separated from the mint net worth. And that doesn't kind of look like sniping either, wouldn't the? Sniping is usually getting it for way cheaper. Because that's a massive difference. Property's net worth 11 million, mint net worth 2 million. So, yeah, I'm flabbergasted. And then it comes real close here again. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Swally says 100% a sniper or fallen victim to him. All right, well, I hope he's a sniper. Well, it doesn't sound like he's a sniper who returns property, so that's a bit sad. Yeah, very weird chart. See people rant in chat about him sniping. Oh, that's no cool. That's not cool at all. All right, well, we're committed to sticking it out. So what has he got to say for himself over here? In-game name, Freaky Man 51. Uplander since July 2021. Been to Vegas, yes. Bucket list success. Famous fact about where you live. Origin of Buffalo Wild Wings. Tattoos, yes. Would you survive the zombie apocalypse? F yeah. Start a charity, space science, superpower, learn quickly. If you're a sniper. Yeah, probably so. Most common internet search, aliens, guilty pleasure, money. Well, there you go. Never do again, be afraid, pet peeve, assumptions about me. All right, we're touching on all of these tonight. 3 Uplanders you chat with regularly. Mentalist, Happy MFR, and Cryptic King. Sorry, not tickling. Faux pas there. Cryptic King. So, yes. Guilty pleasure, money, assumptions, learn quickly, aliens. I don't know. There's definitely a story there. He is actually one of the best snipers, if that's thing, not like RP Cash. Yeah, that's good. He's the community sniper, though, like Robin Hood. If he gets yours, he helps you get it back. At least that's what he says. All right, well, that's good to know. I do know there's a lot of people, the other name we mentioned there, not a fan of that sort of situation at all. Anyhow, let's move on to some giveaways. Last week's challenge was to get yourself in the contest channel within the MVA server. Let us know how you went in the release of D-Tech Land and which of his epic buildings is your favourite and why. Of course, if you weren't taking part in the release of DTech Land, or you couldn't take part or whatever, or you slept in, you could let us know why you didn't take part, but just outline which was your favourite DTech building and why. Prizes, all participants will roll for a chance to win 10,000 UPX after fees. If you put through a full entry, you'll also have a shot at 5,000 UPX bonus prize. Not only that, of course, you're also going in the running for 3 more chances at getting one of the next batch of whitelist statues, care of show sponsor Next World. Remember, Next World is aiming to usher in a new age of utility for map assets, properties, and structures in Upland, as well as many other Upland mechanics. Let's give away the 10,000 for that. If I can find out where the bloody hell the thingo is. Live participants, that's the one. I think I know what I'm doing. 10,000 UPX goes to... Ooh, Laban might have it. Woinasa might have it. Oh, look, Woinasa's cleaned up. Well done. Woinasa gets 10,000 UPX for the QIPS and another 10,000. Woinasa. Well done. So let me just go and find... What did Woinasa actually say here? Where are you? MVA server, contest channel. Woinasa. Well, here you go. Look at this nice short one. Didn't participate, was tapped out after buying a rare on the secondary. Short and sweet, but you still managed to claim a prize. As for the bonus 5,000 goes to Angry Ursia, who said, I snagged a property in the release, had the freedom to prepare and sit to watch it. Unfortunately, my wife called right before it started, so I had to pay more attention to the call than the release. Good man. I was set up on a square property for the tower, meaning the apartment tower, I believe, and had been clicking it to keep that one cached on my PC. And he thinks that helped him to react quickly when they became available, and he snagged it as intended. Due to the call, he wasn't quick enough to lock in a second property, though. They are all awesome, meaning the structures. The showroom is probably his favourite, though. Not sure if it was available yet. Second was the tower, since that's what he was able to build. Yes, I like that one myself as well. I bought 3 different properties trying to get a tower on it, and I flipped to them, and one of them finally fit, so I'm keeping that one. So good on you, Angry. Now, I got to do the sponsor one before I forget, so we'll jump on over to the next one, which I believe is this one. Now, remember, if you have already won one of these, you will go in for just 5,000 UBX, and there's a bunch of them creeping on here, so this could get quite costly indeed. So we'll give away 3 statues. The first one, care of Next World, goes to... Oh, it's not Woinasa again. Holy moly, clean it up. Hang on a minute. Didn't he already have one? I thought I messaged him. I know I owe Laban one. Oh, no, it was Alan Hu Yang. All right, so one of those on the way for you, Woinasa. Love and life tonight. Move you out of there. We'll shuffle. 2 more to give away. Next one goes to... Cassastra's got it. Congratulations, Cassastra. Ooh, hasn't cost me any Apex this one so far. Fingers crossed. The last one for this week, the last statue goes to... Did I speak too soon? No, Live Star, Jazzy Jazz. Congrats, Jasmine, and that's that one. All right, what I'll do is I'll go back here and I'll open up the live participants wheel before I boink out. Where is it? Weekly sponsor live, that one. Huh? That's not the right one. Oh, I'll fix that up. Sometimes it does that. Let me get out of there. So that was last week's challenge. This week's challenge, again, get yourself in the contest channel within the NBA server. Let us know why you won't be taking part in the expansion release of São Paulo. Feel free to get creative with this one and go crazy. Get loose with the facts, as the bonus will likely go to the most outlandish story. So are you taking part in the expansion release, or are you not taking part? Let us know. All participants will roll for the chance to win 10,000 UPX after fees and the 5,000 UPX bonus prize. And don't forget that you'll also go in the running for the last 3 chances at getting one of the final batch of whitelist statues we've got to give away, care of show sponsor Nextworld. Don't forget to give them a follow on X to stay up to date with all of their progress. Just search at Upland Nextworld on X, or even easier than that, check out the show sponsor links, which are in the description. Very last chance to get the hashtag stunning in to take part in the live participants wheel. Have you got that in yet? I hope you have. Where is it? This one. There's 12 there. And how many we got? 13. Yeah, somebody's missed out. Get it in there. Live participants wheel. I think that might be an old one. So get your hashtag stunning in while I get this sorted out. Weekly challenge wheel. Why isn't the live one? So maybe I overrate it. No, whoops. Live participants private wheel. I did too. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Whoever comes up with this, because I balked up that wheel. What I'll do is whoever wins it, they will get their choice of a mystery map asset, or I'll just give them the 15,000. Your choice. All right, Picasso got it in. Yes, he did. All right, I think we're good to go. Level Up Tech got it in there. All right, get it in quick. Stunning, because we're going to roll it right now. So, yeah, sorry about that. I did get a warning. Are you sure you want to overwrite this thing? And I thought I was saving on the same one, but apparently I wasn't. Swarley's just missed it. LeBan, look at that. LeBan's in chat. What do you want, LeBan? Do you want a mystery map asset, or do you want 15,000 UPX to go with your 10,000 you got from the QIPS? What do you want? 15K, of course you do. 15,000. Very good. That's all I've got for this week. As I said, thank you if you did jump in for the bringing this show ahead. Unless anybody else has got anything in chat. Swarley says, God damn it. I did hear, well, I was on your live stream yesterday, or when was that? Tuesday, talking about how you never win. Just missed that one. Redraw. Try again next week. Too bad, so sad. And don't forget to get your entry in for the weekly challenge. That's pretty easy to do. Again, with the QIPS as well, that's even easier to do. That's just 10,000 UPX straight off the bat for a little bit of your time and attention. And that's all I've got. All the best for the week ahead. If you are getting up or staying up for the São Paulo expansion release, good on you. If you're getting up at stupid hours to feed your totem, even better for you. All the best with that. And don't forget to get your gamified earnings in. Only a couple of weeks left to go on that one. Not sure about a Metaverse and Beyond podcast this week. I did have one kind of semi-booked, but I kind of stuffed up the schedule on that, and they had a scheduling clash as well, so they've postponed it. I did put the call out to get somebody else in, but we'll see how we go. If not, we'll catch up on that one next week. So, yes, a reminder that if you're in a time zone that fits in with the Thursday night live streaming schedule starting at 7 p.m. AEST and you'd like to get involved, the link to the weekly podcast will always be dropped in the MVA server about 15 minutes before the show starts. That invitation extends to any of the channel's podcast productions. I mean, if you'd like to have a chat, don't be afraid to say, hey, I'd love to chat with you on that bloody other show that you do. Always open to that sort of stuff as well. So if you have an Upland, NFT, or Metaverse product, service, or event to promote, then send me, Ben68, a DM, or get yourself in the MBA server, which is linked in the description. Don't forget to check out the show sponsor Nextworld, which is aiming to usher in a new age of utility for map assets, properties, and structures, as well as many other Upland mechanics. If you like what you see and you want to get on board as an early adopter, consider picking up one of the tiered whitelist statues currently available at Ace Collectibles, Vulgar Map Assets, Quailwood Assets, and Eclectic Collections Metaventures. 3 more chances, as I said, to win one of those for free in this week's weekly challenge. And if you are a potential show sponsor as well, if you have a metaventure or something you got going on that you'd like to give away prizes on the show, there's some gaps in availability coming up as well with that. Because as I said at the start of the show, I love giving away other people's stuff. Links for everything that we covered in the show, including the sponsor showroom locations, in the description. I forgot to do the disclaimer this morning, so I'll run the disclaimer at the end and we'll leave it at that. Get your house clean, Ben. What? Why are you ragging on me to clean my house? Ben, stick your money. All right, we'll leave it at that. I don't know what that was about. I've been good. I've been cleaning the house. I've been telling the boys to clean the house. On that note, see you later.
Warning, this podcast is produced by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment, contains unsolicited and heavily biased opinions which are solely for the views of the individuals involved.
Why